Top 10 teams in the NFL, the Herd Hierarchy.
Herd Hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
The Chicago Bears are my number 10. Now, Chase Daniel, let's not crush them because we know they're using a backup quarterback. But over the last month, their offensive numbers have come down. People are figuring out some of their sleight of hand. They lost the turnover battle against the Giants and therefore lost the game. But they are number one in takeaways and turnover differential, so that is rare. I think the Bears are a two-pronged story. Their front seven defense and their head coach. I think ultimately the ceiling is low because of Mitch Trubisky at quarterback, Bears at 10. Dallas Cowboys, they're on a 4-game winning streak. Again, they have to win a certain way. Low scoring, feed Ezekiel Elliott the ball, keep the game close. You can't ask Dak Prescott to come back from 13 down in the fourth quarter. They are second in scoring defense. They are fourth in rushing defense. They can win a playoff game. Do I think they can go on the road and get in a shootout with the Rams and win it? No, Cowboys at 9. Steelers, they're a really talented number 8. They don't close out games because they get really sloppy, and now I worry about running back James Conner's health. But I will say, they're first in sacks, they're fourth in total offense, and they can beat anybody anywhere in this league. What I worry about the Steelers is, Joy, what I always worry about. Situationally, late in games, I don't trust them. By the way, James Conner is out for the game this Sunday, Steelers at 8. The Seattle Seahawks are a very strong. They're kind of the opposite of the Steelers. I do trust them late because I trust Russell Wilson, who, by the way, has multiple touchdown passes in 8 straight games. The Seahawks have become opposite of the Steelers. Their ceiling offensively is lower, but they have the fewest turnovers in the league. Penalties are down, and they're averaging 150 yards rushing. That is first in the NFL. This is a great story. Myself included, we all kind of buried Seattle and Pete Carroll. Do not count them out. Do not count them out. They're playing defense, no turnovers, running the football. How do you beat a top quarterback? Don't let them have the ball. They will take the ball out of your quarterback's hands. Seahawks at 7. Houston Texans, just a nudge above Seattle because I like their pass rush. Listen, Deshaun Watson, I said it when he came out of college. I don't get the Trubisky love. This kid is special. He has had 100-plus passer rating in 4 of his last 5 games. And their defense, which has always been star-studded, has held people under 20 in 6 of the last 8 games. First time in league history, a team that starts 0-3 wins 9 straight games, Houston Texans at 6. Well, we've been on the Chargers all year, and finally you, primetime, standalone games, second half, got to see the Chargers. For the record, I know we're talking about MVP. Can we at least put Phillip Rivers in the discussion? Good Lord. 100-plus passer rating in 10 of his 12 games this year. He's the only player in the NFL with multiple touchdown passes. The Chargers have the best receiving core in the league. Melvin Gordon didn't even play at running back. They have the deepest running back in the league now, deepest running back set. Justin Jackson, a 7th rounder. You saw him against the Steelers. Lord, he can play. Chargers at number 5. The Rams. They're better than the Chargers by a little bit because I trust them. They have an offensive coach late in games. It's a star-studded team. Ndamukong Suh, Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, Todd Gurley. Aaron Donald leads the NFL in sacks. Todd Gurley leads the NFL in touchdown. There's a lot of stars on this team. And they're going to play most of their playoff games, if not all of them, in Los Angeles. But that's not a huge home field advantage. And I worry about star-studded teams. When I watch this defense, I see occasional freelancing, and they're trying to hit the home run instead of being satisfied with doubles. Rams at 4. Chiefs. The Chiefs are kind of falling into a situation where they don't lose in division. They're kind of like the Patriots. They're 20-2 in the last 22 games against the AFC West. Now, the Chargers are good, but they have had the Chargers number and Phillip Rivers number for years. Here's a big stat in Vegas. Vegas loves this stat. They're averaging 7.3 yards a play. That is number one in the NFL. Vegas loves that stat. You get into that 6 yards a play, 6.5 yards, they're almost at 7.5 yards a play. I have the Chiefs at number 3. And I only have the Patriots ahead of them because I think they could ultimately, with an easier schedule, get home field in Foxborough. Patriots have won 8 of 9. Now, they don't have a pass rush, and they're not an over-the-top dynamic offense. I will say this, though. How do you beat the Chiefs? Take the ball out of their hands. With James White, Sony Michel, the rookie running back, and Rex Burkhead, that is the deepest running back troika they've ever had in New England. That's as good as it gets for them. They are becoming more of a ball control offense, and that's how you beat Big Ben. That's how you beat Phillip Rivers, and that's how you beat Patrick Mahomes, Patriots at 2. I still think the Saints are the best team in the league. Listen, they got caught by the Cowboys on a Thursday night in the road after a series of wildly crucial, wildly big games. They got caught, and it was Drew Brees' worst game ever. I still think, now, I think they're a little more vulnerable after the Cowboy game. I think the Cowboys' pass rush gave them fits, and I do think other coordinators looked and said, you know what, get Drew Brees off his mark, get some pressure, bring in 4 or 5. But the Saints, to me, are still the best team in the National Football League. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.